Hello and welcome to Gardening at 58 North. In this video I'd like to give you guys an update on my rose plant here. So this is my Arthur Bell Floribunda Rose and it's looking really great at the moment. It's absolutely in full bloom. So you can see here it's a rose which actually changes colour as the flowers age. So most of these flowers are actually quite old now. They're probably these ones have probably been blooming for about a week or two. These ones for about a week. And what they do is they start off with a tight bud and it's almost a red colour. As the buds break, it's a really lovely dark yellow colour, a bit like the centre of the flower in here. And then as they age, they slowly get lighter and lighter into a creamy kind of white colour. And you can see these ones are really old and they've gone almost completely white now, the petals. I think the sun just kind of bleaches the petals. So you can see there's a good variety of ones at different ages. I think this is the youngest, the oldest ones, and then kind of in between, but you can see they're really quite good. It's turned out quite well. I think this is the best flower I've ever had from the plant. Certainly the biggest blooms. Normally each stem when I have it has maybe 2 or 3 flowers, but they're quite small, but these ones are huge. I mean, they're bigger than my hand, so they're really big flowers. And it's a Floribunda rose, so Floribunda roses don't normally have such big blooms. But I think this is because I've been giving it a very high potassium feed, which has been helping it to develop good flowers. And also because the weather we've had recently, it hasn't been very Scottish-like. It's been very strong, hot sunshine, so it's been getting loads of sunshine, lots of energy. And as it hasn't been putting growth anywhere else, it's just been putting growth into the flowers. That's really helped it to grow nice big blooms. So you can see I've got 5 blooms at the moment. It's looking really nice. You can also see the foliage is still really lush. That lovely kind of shine to the foliage that you get on the Arthur Bell Rose. So I'm really happy with how it looks at the moment. There's a few aphids on it, but it's not too bad when it comes to aphids at the moment. I mean, roses can be quite bad for aphids, but this one's been alright so far. So there's another interesting thing I've noticed on it, and that's if I zoom in now into the centre of the flower. So what I've noticed with the flowers when it comes to pollination, you've got the anthers here, which is like the outside is the male part and the inside is the female part. And what happens normally is they're not touching each other, so that it doesn't self-pollinate, so that if insects come along, it pollinates with a plant that's a different plant, not itself, so it has more genetic diversity. So when this first opened up, the anthers were actually sticking out more like that, completely out, so it wouldn't self-pollinate. But as it ages, such as this flower here, they actually curl right over and they kind of self-pollinate themselves, and that's just kind of a fail-safe. So basically what happens is, if it can, it will pollinate with another plant. If it can't pollinate with another plant and our flowers get quite old, it will just self-pollinate itself, so it will still be able to set seed. So that's an interesting thing I've noticed with this plant. I think most roses will probably do this. I haven't really had to look at many other roses to see, but certainly with this one it's self-pollinating. A lot of plants will self-pollinate. Some plants won't self-pollinate, other ones will. It just kind of depends on the plant. So all I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to deadhead these two, because these two are going to start dropping their petals very soon. I mean, I'm surprised, as you see there, if I just touch it, the petals start falling off. So it's going to cover my balcony in lots and lots of petals soon. It's going to be quite messy. So I'm just going to deadhead these two. So I've just rotated it now so you can see it much better. The reason why it's all growing in one direction is because it's on the balcony where I have it. All the sun's coming from this side, and that's why all the leaves and the flowers are facing that way. And then this is kind of like the back side, so that's why it's a lot easier to see. So I'm going to cut down. I'm going to go 2 or 3 leaves down, and then cut it just above a leaf to encourage a new bloom to come. I can throw that out, and then the same with this one. 2 or 3 leaves down and then cut it out. When cutting that quite hard down, it's going to encourage it to throw up some new growth and some new blooms, and it shouldn't be too long, to be honest. I'll probably deadhead these ones in about a week, because I think that's about how long it will take. And then by then what will happen is I should have some lovely new buds forming somewhere on these couple of leaf nodes, and that will be the next flowers to come up, hopefully. So as I said before, with this being a Floribunda rose, it does tend to flower all summer long. As long as I keep deadheading it, it should keep producing good flowers for the whole summer. So that's my Floribunda rose. Hopefully I'll keep you updated as it continues to grow, and hopefully have lots of lovely flowers all summer long.